Tom Sawyer Cat, home of brilliant children's books. Meow!
What inspired me to start writing? Well, I just loved reading as a kid, and I just loved reading all these stories, like Secret Seven, Famous Five. They were Enid Blyton stories, Michael Bond stories of Paddington, and loads. I just used to read all the time, and I just thought, well, wouldn't it be great to write my own stories? Have I always wanted to be a writer? Well, quite simply, yes. When I was 10, my nan saw me writing out stories and this, that and the other, and I had terrible handwriting. So my nan bought me a typewriter. I don't know if you know what a typewriter is. It's basically a mechanical computer that you type onto paper. I mean, everyone's got computers and laptops and iPads now, but for me, it's when she actually got me my typewriter that I thought, I really want to be a writer. But the thing was, I waited another, I waited another 25 years before I started writing, which, well, I got there in the end. That's the main thing. What comes first, plot or characters? Well, for me, I think it's more like the plot and the characters almost come together, because I don't actually plan out a book. What I tend to do is I tend to have a very initial idea and I just start writing, and it's almost as if someone is telling me the story. I sort of fly by the seat of my pants and see where the story goes. Sometimes I end up at a dead end and I have to sort of cross that bit out, but most of the time I actually go on an adventure where I haven't even expected going. So for me, I tend to just go with whatever my imagination is taking me and see what happens, which for me is really exciting. What's the most difficult part of writing for me? I actually think it's drafting. It's re-going through the story again and again. And very often I say I'm not a writer, I'm a rewriter, and it's changing things over and over again. And it's not the fact that I mind changing things, it's knowing when to stop, knowing when, yep, that's good enough. You don't have to go through that again. Just leave it there and get on with the next bit. How many books have I written and which is my favourite? Well, I've written lots of stories, but I've published because I publish myself. It's very expensive for me to publish my books because I buy thousands of copies at a time, which costs lots and lots of money. So I've published about 9 of my stories, which is fantastic. But my favourite, which is my favourite? Now, that's a difficult one because, well, how many of you have got brothers and sisters? You know, as a parent, I've got 3 children, but if you ask me which is my favourite child, I couldn't answer that question because they've all got different things about them which I absolutely love, and I couldn't pick one out. And the same is true with stories. I can't pick anything out between my stories, because in one book I'll like this and in another book I'll like that, or I might like this character, or I might like the different things about the whole story. So I haven't got a favourite, I'm afraid, because I love different things. They're like my children. I love different things about each and every one of our stories. Describe my perfect book hero or heroine. Well, not a typical hero or heroine, but I think one of my favourites has got to be from this book here, The Hobbit. And I think Bilbo Baggins was he may have been a hobbit, he may have been small, may have had big hairy feet, but I think he was my perfect hero because he didn't think he was a hero. He actually didn't think he was a hero, and yet it turned out that actually, even though he was small in size, he was a very big hero. Describe my writing space. Oh dear, my writing space is really quite messy. Yeah, I just in front of my computer most of the time. I write in front of my computer in my small office, and it is a little bit messy. But when I was writing this book here, I actually wrote on a train between, and it's a big book, I wrote on a train between Cardiff and London over a series of about 6 or 7 years when I was working between Cardiff and London. And because it took so long to travel on the train, I wrote this on the train between Cardiff and London. So that was a much different writing space, shall we say. How do I come up with titles for my books? Well, some of our books is really easy, like my picture books for younger readers, Can We Walk to the Moon and How High the Trees Grow. They sort of named themselves. But for this book here, this was originally called The Old Umbrella, and the main character is Peter Oddfellow. And I was thinking, how can I link the character of Peter Oddfellow into this book? And I went through loads and loads of permutations and differences until I eventually came up with The Extraordinary Happenings of Peter Oddfellow and then The Old Umbrella. And I'm on the second or third draft of the second book of this, and it's a biggie. And with this one was a real pain. The Mystery of the Unsnowy Mountain and the Great Deep Sleep Miscalculation, because I like unusual titles and I like long titles as well. And this one, I must have gone through about 15 titles and different permutations of all of this. And really, this one was really hard, but I was really happy with when I come up with it. So sometimes the title comes to you straight away, and other times it takes just a little bit longer. What time of day do I usually write? Well, any time of the day really. I've been known, mornings are good for me. I love writing in the morning, that's my best time, but I can write in the afternoon, evening. I've even got up in the middle of the night to write, because sometimes an idea will just strike you and you just think, I've got to use that idea, I've got to sort of do that now. And you just gotta grab the moment, because sometimes if you don't grab the moment, you will lose it. If you don't grab the moment, you'll lose it. And if you can't grab the moment, at least make a note so you come back to it and you don't forget it later on, because you might have lost a really, really good idea. Where do I get my inspiration? Well, inspiration can come from anywhere and it can strike at any time. So you always got to be on the lookout. For Polly's Magic Bubbles, the one I story told earlier, well, that one was when my daughter Seren brought home a bubble wand, one of these big bubble wands that I'd never seen a bubble wand before. And I thought, I wonder what would happen if you had not a big bubble wand, but a tiny bottle of bubbles, which blew not only big bubbles, but magic bubbles. And then for this one, for this book here, my inspiration for this one, I used to live in Caerphilly, and just outside Caerphilly, there's a mountain called Rudry Mountain, and it's not a very big mountain, but I thought, I wonder if there's something magical about it. And then with this one, my inspiration for this was I was ill. I was ill when I was in London, and I had to stay in London, and I was really miserable. And so I just thought of someone who's just stuck in hospital and ill. or had a mysterious accident, and I wonder how that came about. And that's how this one come about. So you've got to take advantage of your inspiration, because it can strike anywhere. Is there lots to do before I dive in and write a story? No, not really. As long as I got a cup of tea. And the thing is, it's where the inspiration strikes. So for me, inspiration is key. And if I've got the inspiration, I haven't really got to do a lot, because as I say, I tend to write by the seat of my pants. I tend to see where the adventure goes, and I enjoy the ride. Which of your books were the most enjoyable to write? Well, I enjoy writing all of them, I suppose, in all different ways. But I think for me, the one that I enjoyed writing the most, and this is only because it was such a big adventure, was this one. I mean, this is a huge adventure, and for me, it was. The longer I could stay in the adventure, the better. So for me, this was the most enjoyable to write. And all our other, this one's not illustrated because it's for 11 years and up and young adults. But all our other books are illustrated in full colour. And with these, I get the chance to write with my wife Liz, who does all the illustrations. She doesn't do the writing, but because I work with her and she does the illustrations, that's very enjoyable too. So I do enjoy writing all my books because I am a writer or a rewriter. But I suppose if I was really pushed, and it is a push, if I was really pushed, it would be this one, because it is such a big adventure.
Tom Sawyer Cat, home of brilliant children's books.